Speaking of people who are confident and sometimes confidently incorrect, Joseph Robinette Rogan. Folks, it's been a long time since I watched a Joe Rogan video on this broadcast. I feel like he's fallen off a little bit. Like, he's so hyper invested in COVID stuff. He rarely ever has like cool people on. He did have Stavi Baby on recently, right? And you know, we're watching this shit. Joe Rogan apparently had a little flub and was fact-checked again in real time by Mr. Jamie.
Well, you know, there's people that voted for Biden that are doing it now.
Yeah.
They're like, what did I do?
Right.
Like, what did I choose? Like, how is this guy?
Yeah, you just can't listen to an interview or he's saying some of the stuff he said.
Bro, this dude has literally a video game character from 2007 haircut. I don't know if it's the low pixelation. I don't know what's going on. This is unironically Max Payne 1. My dude's got the Max Payne 1 haircut. How does it stay like that? I feel like his hair is more powerful than the headphone. Like, you know how people go, haha, you have a head dent, right? Like, oh, you took your fucking headset off and you're like, oh, your hair and you're in the top of your dome, it's got a dent. It's like, no, this dude literally breaks the fucking headset with his hair. I don't know how he did it, but congratulations.
Says it just makes no sense at all. It's like you can't listen to those interviews and feel like you made a good decision. I don't know how you could.
Did you hear what he said like yesterday or a couple days ago?
Mm-mm.
He was talking about the Revolutionary War. He's like, one of the reasons why we lost the Revolutionary War, one of the problems with the Revolutionary War was they didn't have enough airports.
So this is an interesting start to the conversation because there are a tremendous number of Biden flubs and gaffes and goofs that you could point to because my man is a gaffe machine. My man was a gaffe machine even when he was all there, right? Great retail politician, gaffe machine across the board. There's never been a moment in Joe Brandon's career where he hasn't like said some silly shit. And also a serial liar and plagiarizer, right? That's kind of his thing. That's always been his shtick. If you track Joe Biden's career, you would recognize that he's always popped off with like plagiarism and also embellishing his past in a way that is not dissimilar to George Santos in many ways. But recently, of course, he has, you know, he doesn't have the mental acuity that he used to have. He doesn't have the mental fortitude. He's not all there. Right? In the way that you, as long as, you know, when you get older, in the way that you see your grandparents kind of start to not have the same light behind the eyes. So there's plenty of moments that you can point to with respect to Mr. Robinette Brandon, except Joseph Robinette Rogan posted something weird. So let's take a look at what happens here.
Have you seen that?
I saw that. It's like, what the hell?
Like, pull him.
It's crazy.
If you had any other job and you were talking like that,
yeah,
they would go, hey, you're done.
A few moments later.
The same stable genius that said the biggest problem we had in the Revolutionary War is we didn't have enough airports. Whoa.
So,
yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
Right,
what?
Just for the record.
Is that fake?
It's not fake, but he was referencing Trump saying that. Here's what Trump saying it in 2019.
Oh.
Donald Trump said something about that. He didn't say
Okay, so here's one thing that I find to be a massive mistake for the Biden campaign, talking about Trump's mental fortitude. Now, I know there's a lot of Democratic Party dick riders in the chat who will unconditionally support the Democratic Party no matter what, and they will say things like, you know, Joe Biden is actually all there. This is a moment where Joe Rogan fucked up. But I have a different perspective on this. But I do love Joe Rogan fucking up like this and having Jamie live fact check.
Jesus, he said a stable genius, and that's where the transcription.
Let me hear what it says. What did he say?
In June of 1775, the Continental Congress created a unified army out of the revolutionary forces encamped around Boston and New York, and named after the great George Washington, Commander-in-Chief. The Continental Army suffered a bitter winter of Valley Forge, found glory across the waters of the Delaware, and seized victory from Cornwallis of Yorktown. Our army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts, took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What? Oh, the Revolutionary Army.
So he fucked up.
Yeah, he did. But I feel like that's you can tell too. It sounds like a little different. He's like, you could tell he like messed up his words, but yeah, he was just.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, got it.
I don't know.
Took over the airports.
Well, that's
Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can say Trump says some dumb shit too. What the fuck? That's crazy.
That's the thing about media these days. It's like...
Right.
Oh, yeah. It's a much larger problem with media. Bitch, where are you at? You're at the Joe Rogan Experience. You are literally the media doing the wrong thing. What I was going to say about this piece is that there's a couple different things. First of all, you know what my perspective is, right? I do think that what do I always say? I say Donald Trump is delusional, but he's not demented, right? Whereas Joe Biden, on the other hand, comes across like he doesn't have the mental fortitude that he once had, but at least like the team holding it together demonstrates a level of stability. Now, that stability is still bad overall, like what you've seen during this saga of the Israeli ethnic cleansing of Gaza, right? That doesn't mean it's good policy, but it is actually stable. It is real stability. And it's not Brandon himself doing this stability, it's the people around him, right? So that's something to consider. Trump has always done stuff like this. He gets shit wrong all the time. But if you put Trump and Joe Biden side by side, toe to toe in a motherfucking jail cell where they're going for 30 minutes without any scripting, without any prompters, yeah, I think Trump is absolutely going to look like he is cognitively better than Joe Biden, okay? What's really sad is that those are the two options in the United States of America in front of us, okay? We have 800-year-old Joe Biden, who definitely is showing his age. And then you have like 799-year-old Donald Trump, who will be older than Joe Biden was when he ran for president and won, right? This time around, definitely seemingly better mental acuity, however, is a fucking delusional, despotic psychopath who keeps getting worse and worse with his rhetoric this time around. The real argument is not 99% Hitler versus 100% Hitler. It's 99% demented versus 100% demented. Or both. Why not both? If you look at the stats, one is like 100% demented, one is 99% demented. If you look at the other stats, one is 100% Hitler, the other is 99% Hitler. It's great. It's great stuff overall. Wonderful that this is like the number one country. You know, we're the wealthiest nation on earth. We are the dominating force. We are the hegemonic superpower keeping this entire thing going. Certainly doesn't spell doom and gloom for the rest of the world and for ourselves. Joe Biden is too old to be an effective president. Yeah, this is the classic conundrum. At age 78, when he took office in 2021, Joe Biden was too old to be an effective president. Donald Trump will make an excellent president when he takes office at age 78 in 2025. Exactly. I mean, I just mentioned that, right? Like, it's a race to the bottom in the worst ways possible.